Every day we witness the dark side of human nature. Stories of betrayal, obsession, and violence remind us that evil doesn't just exist in shadows. Sometimes it hides in plain sight. Today's case is one of those chilling tales. I'm Kay, and this is Tale of True Crimes. It all began on the morning of February 24th, 2023, in an upscale Virginia neighborhood. Inside the Banfield home, a scene of chaos exploded into violence. Screams rang out. A single 911 call came in and abruptly ended. Minutes later, police arrived to find two bodies, a bloodied knife, and a narrative that didn't quite add up. What unfolded next would unravel a story of romance, conspiracy, and cold-blooded murder, all hidden behind the perfect image of a happy American family. Christine Banfield was a dedicated nurse, admired for her tireless work and love for her family. She met her future husband Brendan in college, and after years of dating, they married in 2010. From the outside, the Banfields were picture perfect: careers, vacations, and in 2018, the birth of their daughter. In 2019, they joined the au pair program, inviting a Brazilian woman named Amanda into their home. She became like family. 2 years later, they welcomed another au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhães, a 23-year-old nurse from Sao Paulo. Juliana developed a bond with the family, caring for their daughter and extending her stay. But no one could have predicted how deeply she'd become entangled in their lives, and ultimately in Christine's death. At 7:50 a.m. on February 24th, a frantic 911 call came from Juliana's phone, but it disconnected. 13 minutes later, she called again, this time reporting that a man had attacked Christine. Moments later, Brendan got on the line and claimed he had shot the intruder to protect his wife. Police arrived to find Joseph Ryan, 38, dead in the bedroom. Christine, gravely wounded, was rushed to the hospital, but died soon after. Juliana told police that Joseph had broken in and attacked Christine with a knife. She said she had called Brendan for help, and together they confronted Joseph. Brendan, she claimed, shot him in self-defense. Brendan confirmed her story. But something didn't sit right. Why was Juliana arriving at the home instead of already being there, like most live-in au pairs? And why was there no sign of forced entry? Over time, police began piecing together something far more sinister. Juliana and Brendan claimed that Joseph was a stranger, an intruder, but investigators discovered that Joseph Ryan had been communicating with someone he believed was Christine, through a dating app focused on fetish fantasies. The profile arranged a meeting at the Banfield house and requested Joseph bring a knife, but Christine never made those plans. Police suspected someone had impersonated her online. They also discovered that Brendan and Juliana had replaced their phones just days before the murder, and that the gun used to kill Joseph had been purchased by Brendan a month earlier. More troubling, photos of Christine had been removed from the home, replaced with pictures of Brendan and Juliana, even ones with the child. By October 2023, police arrested Juliana, charging her with second-degree murder. Shockingly, forensic analysis proved it was she, not Brendan, who had fired the fatal shot. At first, the public saw Juliana as a hero. But that changed when Brendan was arrested in September 2024, charged with first-degree murder for the deaths of both Christine and Joseph. The motive? Prosecutors say Brendan and Juliana were in a romantic relationship and had plotted to eliminate Christine to avoid a divorce and keep his wealth. Juliana eventually accepted a plea deal, admitting that Brendan had masterminded the entire plan. According to Juliana's confession, Brendan created a fake dating profile using Christine's name, luring Joseph Ryan into a trap. On the morning of the murder, Brendan left home pretending to go to work, but waited nearby. Juliana greeted Joseph at the house while Christine remained unaware. Brendan then returned, entered the home with Juliana, and allegedly shot Joseph in the head. When Joseph groaned in pain, Juliana fired the final, fatal shot, to silence him forever. Then Brendan stabbed Christine repeatedly, using the knife Joseph had brought. Together, they staged the crime scene, repositioning bodies to make it look like Joseph had attacked Christine. A staged home invasion, a fabricated affair, a mother stabbed, a man lured and killed, all for love and greed. Brendan's trial is scheduled for February 2025. Juliana is expected to testify in exchange for a reduced sentence. Their once bright futures now replaced by prison walls and shattered families. As for their daughter, now 6 years old, she's in the care of relatives, her life forever changed by the horrifying betrayal inside her own home. Christine Banfield was buried in New York. Joseph Ryan's mother, in a rare public post, said her only son was manipulated, used, and killed. "My hope for justice," she wrote, "is the only thing keeping me going." Thanks for watching Tale of True Crimes. If you're drawn to the darkest corners of human behavior, subscribe, like, and share. We'll be back next time with another story that proves truth is often more twisted than fiction.